The topic is continuity equation and relaxation time. First we derive the continuity equation and then we define what is the relaxation time. So for continuity equation we consider a volume. In this volume we consider a charge within it. So the net flow of current out of the volume must equal to the negative rate of change of charge with time. That is, the positive current flow out of this volume must be equal to rate of decrease of charge within it. So here we use a principle of charge conservation, that is, the time rate of decrease of charge within a given volume must be equal to the net outward current flow through the surface of the volume. So this is given by this equation 1, which is the current output current, means this volume has a surface. Through this surface there is an outward current flow which is given by this current density J vector. The current density J vector passes through this differential surface ds. So we know that the dot product of J dot ds is equals to current, that is equals to current. Output current equals to surface integration J dot ds within a closed surface. And since according to charge conservation the net output current is equals to rate of decrease of charge enclosed. So this is a continuity equation, the definition of continuity equation, the first equation. So now here Q in is the total charge enclosed by the closed surface. So here, since this is a closed surface, now we know that a closed surface defines some volume. So here we use a divergence theorem. Divergence theorem is a relationship of closed surface integration and volume integration. So here we use divergence theorem. According to divergence theorem, the closed surface integration J dot ds equals to divergence of J vector into dV. Here J is current density. Now from equation 1, minus dq in upon dt equals to minus d upon dt integration rho v dv. Since we know that the charge in terms of volume charge density is this equation, that is integration rho v into dv. So in place of q we can write this equation. So this becomes minus d upon dt volume integration rho v dv. Now when we put d upon dt inside this integration, then it becomes del upon del t. So this is to be noted. So it becomes minus volume integration del rho v upon del t into dv. That is equation 3. Now substituting equation 2 and 3 in first equation. So divergence of J volume integration on dv is equals to minus volume integration del rho v upon del t into dv. Okay, now we know that we use a divergence theorem, so the surface integration J dot ds becomes volume integration of divergence of J vector. Now after since both sides have volume integration, and after comparing we get divergence of J vector equals to minus del rho v upon del t. Now this is called a continuity equation or continuity of current equation. that is divergence of j vector equals to minus del rho v upon del t. Now we consider the current, outward current is steady current, means does not change with respect to time. In this case, the del upon del t term is 0, means there is no change with respect to time. So from equation 4, the continuity equation becomes divergence of j equals to 0. This is a continuity equation for steady state current. Now we know that the Ohm's law in point form, that is J, current density J vector equals to sigma E, and also use a Gauss's law, that is divergence of E equals to rho V upon epsilon. So we use these two equations 5 and 6. Now put 5 and 6 in equation number 4. So from equation 4 we put J equals to sigma E. So it becomes divergence del dot sigma E. Now there is the divergence is only between vectors. So here divergence of E equals to rho V upon epsilon. So the left hand side of equation 4 becomes sigma rho V upon epsilon. This is equals to minus del rho V upon del t. Now this minus term take to the left side and we get this equation. This is called a differential equation, and here the variable which is to be calculated, that is rho V. So the solution of this differential equation, this is the first order differential equation and this is a homogeneous differential equation. So the solution of this equation is rho V. Rho V equals to rho V naught e to power minus t upon tr, where rho V naught is the initial charge density that we found at time t equals to 0, while tr is called a time constant in second, and this tr is called a relaxation time or rearrangement time. So this equation 7 is the solution of above equation. So from this volume charge density rho V, that is equals to rho V naught e to power minus t by tr, it is represent graphically. Now when we put time t equals to 0, we get the initial charge density rho V naught. Now as time increases and tends to infinity, so e to power minus infinity, that is equals to 0, means as time tends to infinity, the volume charge density rho V tends to 0. So there is a graph like this, and here we represent a relaxation time, that is indicated by tr. So this graph shows that introduction of charge at some interior point of the material results in decay of volume charge density, means here the volume charge density decreases with respect to time. So here we represent a relaxation time. So relaxation time is the time it takes a charge placed in the interior of the material to drop to e to power minus 1. So here e to power minus 1 value is in percentage is 36.8% of its initial value. So at time t equals to tr, the exponential e to power minus 1, and e to power minus 1 has some constant value. So we get this relaxation time. In relaxation time, the exponential term becomes e to power minus 1. of its initial value. So for good conductors, the relaxation time is short period, while for good dielectric the relaxation time is of long duration. So the time that is called relaxation time. So in this we derive the continuity equation and talk about a relaxation time.